As a former hot rod enthusiast, RPM was very important, and still is. My truck has a tachometer, and so do both of my riding mowers, as well as my tractor, my motorcycle, and my lathe. Certainly, my new mill would have to have one too. So here goes my mini mill upgrade part 2, a spindle tachometer. I chose a tachometer that I previously used on one of my riding mowers. It has performed well and was inexpensive. It needs 12 volts DC and uses a Hall effect sensor to register a pulse when a magnet passes by it. To keep things tidy, I decided to remove the 12 volt DC module from the wall wart housing so I could install it directly in the electrical box. There was plenty of room, and I could use the available switched 115 volt supply for the power light to power the DC module. This means the tachometer will only be powered when the mill is powered on and the wiring will be contained. I replaced this green power indicator light with a lighted switch, which I will need for the Part 3 upgrade. The original green power indicator was directly wired to the switched 115 volt mill power by 2 blue wires. I used these 2 blue leads to power the 12 volt DC power module that will power the tachometer and the light ring on the switch, so I still have a power indicator light. This way I won't have to make an additional hole in the front of the electrical box. The switch will be used to provide a spindle reverse function, which I will show in upgrade part 3. The 3990 conveniently comes with a slide-on metal panel just behind the electrical box. It's just the right size to mount the suggested tachometer display. Milling out a 73 by 40 millimeter rectangle will fit the tachometer display just right, and all the wiring can be easily hidden and secured. I milled a recess in the spindle nut and glued the magnet in place. I found a suitable location for the tachometer sensor and secured it so that the magnet would easily trigger it. Optimal distance is about 1/8 of an inch. If you power the sensor with 12 volts, the red LED on the back of the sensor will light up when triggered by the magnet. Then I trim the sensor cable to easily reach the tachometer plug. I cut the end off the DC power module cable and drilled a hole in the back of the electrical box just big enough for the cable to pass through. I also trimmed this cable to easily reach the tachometer plug on the back side of the mounting plate. The positive 12 volt lead from the power module, usually red or white, and the brown lead from the sensor attaches to pin 1 of the tachometer module. The ground lead from the power module and blue lead from the sensor go to pin 3, and the black lead from the sensor goes to pin 5. Pin 2 and 3 are the same as they are connected together on the circuit board, and pin 4 is not used. This is a 5-pin 2.54 millimeter JST XH connector if you want to make your own, or you can just splice to the one supplied with the tachometer. That's it. Push the green button and the tachometer digits light up, and about a second after the spindle starts, it reads the spindle speed. I cut a recess in the plastic cap that was covering the spindle shaft, but decided to just leave it off since you have to remove it every time you need to change a spindle tool.